Hi, it's going to be another dish today. So for Bordo's kitchen. Now today I'm going to make a dal, a lintel. It's the yellow lintel. And the reason I'm cooking this is for two things. One is it's my mother's recipe, and secondly it's what I call a very healthy meal in itself. So I'm going to make the lintel, but you can put in spinach leaves there, and it's a meal by itself, right? It's got protein because lintel has protein. It'll have coconut, which is a good fat, or good fat, and you'll see it. And in between meals, if you're hungry, a small bowl of this, or even for breakfast, you can just have it by itself, right? So let me take you through the recipe of this dish, right? I've soaked a cup of this size, a cup of yellow dal. I washed it and soaked it for about 45 minutes to an hour. That's it. And then I've got grated ginger, kind of a thumb-size ginger, kind of chopped coarsely. I've got about 6 shallots, coarsely chopped, and of course half a tomato, coarsely chopped. And I've got 2 green chili slit through. I'm going to use that. And here is a coconut. This is soft raw coconut, kind of 1/4 of it, diced into bite-sized small cubes, right? And I'm going to say what I'm going to do with this, and of course the 5 spices, right? If you do not have these, you can buy this as a packet. It's called Paanch Phoran, or Indian 5 spices. But if you do not have that, you can actually buy the individual 5 and mix it up. So the individual 5 is what? Fennel, fenugreek, nugget, black mustard, and cumin seeds, right? So you can buy them individually and mix half a teaspoon each to get the equivalent that you need for the lintel I'm cooking. But this I bought ready-made from the market. It's the Paanch Phoran and the 5 Indian spice. So let me just show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pressure cook this, but if you don't have a pressure cook, you can use a thick bottom pan and kind of boil it for 30 minutes on low flame, but do have a look now and then so it doesn't stick. So the dal goes in. I'm going to put all of this ginger in there, right? It's a meal by itself if you want. You don't have to have it in anything else, right? So you got a tomato goes in there. The 2 slit chilies go in there. It kind of gives a little bit of flavor. You can avoid it if you don't want the chili, and all of the shallots goes in there, right? And then because I've got 1 cup, it's typically 1:2.5. So I'm going to put 3 cups of water into this, or maybe it's 3.5. To be safe. So I'm going to put 3.5 water in there, and then of course I'm going to put the turmeric, a teaspoon of turmeric goes in there, 1 teaspoon, and salt at this stage. But remember, the final salt test I will do when I temper this lintel. And for tempering, I'll show you what I do with the coconut and the 5 spices. So this goes in now. If I'm using a pressure cooker, I'm going to put it for 2 whistles, 1 on high flame and 1 medium to low. So that goes in. While that's done, once it's done, I'll come back and I'll take you through the tempering process. So now let me do the tempering process for the dal. Yeah. So here I've already heated it. So it's about 2 tablespoons of mustard oil, and it's well heated. And then I'm going to add the coconut to it. All right. So I want to kind of fry the coconut first, and this will get a little brownish. Before which I'm going to add the 5. It's a very, very simple dish to make. Alright, now this has been cooking for some time. At this stage, I'm going to add 1.5 or 2 teaspoons of the 5 spices. And I'll just fry it. And that's all. And to that, I'm going to add the dal. Alright, now the pressure has been cooled down, so I can easily open it. So that's done. All I'm going to do is, this is cooking here with the coconut, and I'm going to take this lintel, and at this I'm going to pour a little bit of hot water into this so that it kind of simmers well when I pour it. Stir it a little bit and then put it into the that's the tempering process. I'm going to slow down the flame. Be careful with the tempering process, because sometimes if the oil is very hot, it may just splash. So that's tempering. So that's more or less done, And this can be a meal by itself, or you can have it with, Indian bread, the chapati, or you can do it with brown rice, which is very healthy. And if I had put some spinach while boiling the rice, a handful of spinach, then it could be a meal by itself. At this stage, I will do my salt test. I will add a little bit of salt. Stir it a bit. And it's kind of a little thick with the coconut and all sorted out. You can actually have it as a soup. You can put some little bit of vegetables, and it's all done under parallel cooking under 10 minutes, and you can keep it in your fridge. Just take a small bowl, heat it up, and have it. That's the dal, done in under 20 minutes. A lintel with coconut. If you want, you can put some spinach. That gives the necessary veggie, fiber, etc. And try it. Keep it in the fridge. Have a bowl in between meals or early morning breakfast. Very healthy. That's the pure vegetarian lintel yellow dal cooked with coconut and 5 spices. Enjoy.